booked a room in the library, and then I sat there and gave my interview. Now, this is very important because the JSON students actually get dedicated rooms in the building or the facilities to give interviews in. For some reason, computer science students don't. And the library officials, they say that the rooms are not for interviews, and if you exceed the time limit, you will have to pay the fine, which is right on their part. But you need a dedicated space to give interviews. You cannot be disturbed, so you cannot be at your apartment if there are too many people there and so on. You should not sit somewhere outside and give an interview, or you might get disturbed and so on. So what you could do is stay within the bounds of the law, so-called, and bend it a little bit, and maybe ask a friend to book a room for you and then extend it should your interview extend and so on. But make sure that you are giving the best experience for your interview. Make sure you have good signal in that room, make sure you have good Wi-Fi, carry your adapter, power adapters and so on. So my interview was basically screen sharing and a video interview. And what else can I tell you? So these are the questions, and yeah, I guess that's it. So for resume review, what we are going to do is I actually got a chance to interact with the ESPN recruiters, and I got to show two of them my resume. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you that resume and talk through various points with you. So all of you have these questions about the resume, like should I put my address there, should I put my LinkedIn, should I put my email on the left side or the right side, what matters, what doesn't matter. So let us see. Oh, this is not very good. Okay, this is good. So what I did was I went to meet with the recruiter, and then I said that I'm going to show this resume to you right now, and then tell me the first three things that you look for in the resume. So the 1, 2, and 3 that you see are the first three things that one of the recruiters saw. So the first thing that they look for is your education, apparently. And again, this is just one recruiter, and like they told me repeatedly, I'm going to tell you that this depends and differs from a recruiter to a different recruiter. So the second thing that they looked at was my section on technical skills. The third thing was the project. So now let's look at everything from top to bottom, and then we'll go on to the next resume, which was looked at by different. So the number is fine, the LinkedIn is good. So this recruiter asked me why I had not put my address on the resume. And my answer was that since I'm an international student, it doesn't matter to me where in the United States your company is, right? I'm ready to go there, right? And this reasoning sort of resonated with him, and he said, oh, in that case, I guess it is fine for you to not put the address there. But that is one of the things that he noticed, so it is up to you if you want to put it on. And this is a requirement of IPP, which I can understand why they have it, but it is obvious to you, obvious to me, and to the recruiter that if you're applying to that position, that is your objective, and you don't need to put it on. So you're just taking up valuable white space here. So instead of the objective, what he suggested was that you could put up a quick summary, which will summarize everything that you are. Just a quick 1 or 2 line thing that will give idea about who you are and what you're looking for. So yes, and this resume is what I've written somewhere in between my internship. So the work experience section is tiny, and here it says that I need to write what was accomplished. Like I explained to you what I accomplished, and in the current version of my resume, I to expand the work experience section a lot, and that is what it is. And so this is a good point which they noticed, and they said that even if you have done multiple projects, I need to know when you have done them. So if you say, I have 10 plus years of C++ experience, and the last time you wrote a C++ code was 10 years ago, then that isn't a 10 plus years experience, right? So they need to know when you have done what project you say you have done. They apparently also want to know whether it was a grad level project, whether that is your internship experience or undergrad project and so on. If and whenever possible, a link would be nice. That is maybe your code base on GitHub or maybe a video that you made or presentation or anything. So on this, I asked the recruiter, if you have a paper resume at hand, what are you going to do with the link? And he said that usually what we do is, since we get so many resumes for each position, that it is not practical for us to print out the resumes. And which I felt was, oh, obviously, why would they print out hundreds of resumes? So they initially look at the PDF of your resume, where the link would obviously work. And so a link would be nice. Another point which they noticed was the project and what technology I used. So quickly they can know, oh, this guy has used Python, OpenCV, Unity, Python, and so on. So if that ticks all the right boxes, then I might quickly go to the potential candidates file instead of the discarded file. And if you come down here, it says leadership and awards. So when I asked my recruiter what is the most expendable thing on my resume, and I obviously knew the answers because other than objective, everything else looks kind of important. He said you can trim off some of the projects, like maybe a project that you have done in undergrad, maybe that is too old now, right? So I need to put more more projects that I've done during my internship or during my master's or your undergrad or whatever that you're doing. So leadership and awards is potentially the thing that you can cut down on. And that is about it for this one. So this recruiter tells me that she doesn't want the objective as well. This is fine. Oh, she did point out that the relevant coursework was a good point to add. And if there is a course, say implementation at UTD, which probably UTD grads know, oh, implementation is a good course to have. So if they know that you have taken that course, then suddenly they know that probably this guy is,